Not really sure how we wound up kind of talking about this over the weekend, but it was kind of humorous. Talking about like your irrational fears and things that like more than likely wouldn't ever happen, but you still kind of are worried about it anyways. Like for me, it's being on a sinking boat.
Being on a sinking boat. Do you sail a lot?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not on boats.
That's what makes it irrational.
Right. I'm not on boats a whole lot. And now that's followed closely by being on an airplane flying overseas and crashing in the ocean. Now, listen, I do that quite a bit more than I ever do, get on a boat. So, but
have you ever wanted to go on a cruise, or is that like that fear kept you from ever doing a cruise?
Well, see, no, I've never done a cruise. Never done a cruise.
Yeah, I have no desire to do a cruise. I think maybe because in the back of my mind, I'm like Titanic. That didn't work out well. And in my mind, that's the possible worst case scenario that would happen to me because that kind of stuff happens to me. That's probably the underlying reason why I'm like, a cruise is not going to be on our vacation plan.
Yeah, so my irrational fear kind of being on a sinking boat where I don't get on boats. So it's like, I don't really need to worry about this.
Right, yeah. Why are you upset about it? Yeah.
And look, I realize I've been on like the Belle of Louisville, I've been on that, and that's fine. I don't necessarily have a fear of the Ohio River.
Maybe it's because like cruise ships seem to like sit up higher, right? And you feel like that's going to be a more disastrous, wide open ocean river. You feel like I could probably swim for it if I needed to.
Exactly.
Maybe
so it's more wide open ocean. Is maybe my more the irrational fear.
And you can't tread water that long. Yeah.
Sarah had commented and said driving through the car wash.
Really?
I can go through it no problem as long as I'm not the one driving. Well, so I kind of get where it can be stressful because it's like drive forward, stop.
Yes, but you're not in control of that though. The machine is in control of guiding you through. And I will say that my husband was in one where his car was hit. So that's
like an actual car?
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
They ended up having to pay for the damage, the car wash.
Natalie says I have an irrational fear of fish.
Oh.
She says, I have no idea why it's been there ever since I was a kid. I'm in my mid-30s now, and it's still an irrational fear. I don't like fish. She's like, I love aquariums and everything. I'll not get close to touch tanks or anything. Stay away from those things.
All right.
Oh, I get it.
As long as they're behind the glass, I can look at them, but not too close.
Yeah. You know what? Water. It's a thing.
Sure.
It's a thing.
Well, yes. Well, you know what? And that's probably why I was not a great I took scuba diving lessons, at a resort so that you could go on the excursion.
Sure.
And I really couldn't do it. Like, you're just in a 4-foot deep pool, but my brain was telling me you're not allowed to breathe underwater. And so it was I was trying to force myself to do it. And then you get tired because it's like you're having to exert all this energy just to breathe underwater when you're having this mental battle with yourself. Like, you're not supposed to be able to do this, but look, I kind of can, but then you're not supposed to, but you're underwater. And oh my God, start freaking out when you're in just a pool. So I didn't do it.
Your irrational fear, Peggy says the overpass falling on me while I'm driving under it.
Got it.
It's kind of interesting because my wife doesn't like bridges. And for the same reason, like the bridge falling as she is driving over it. And it was like her fear was almost realized as there have been several bridges in the past, 15 years that have literally collapsed while people are driving on them.
Yes, we've seen that happen. We've seen it in movies. We've seen it in real life, on the news, in other cities. We've seen it.
Brittany says killing a spider.
Okay.
Irrational fear killing a spider. She says, what if there are witnesses? Then that spider's family will want to seek revenge.
And then revenge from the spider family?
And then all the family's friends will hear about it and will plot against me and my family. So I guess spider mob style family vengeance. Now, Brittany, I I think I've matured in the whole idea of spiders and killing spiders, because I used to spider, kill it, but
Yes.
now I'm like, I see a spider, I'm like, yes, my friend, get the bugs that I don't like, and so
you're just leaving. Is this in
absolutely.
the house?
Yes.
You're fine with it in the house.
Well, okay, so the little house spiders that you see, I like those. Those are fine. The little house spiders that are in the corner of the ceiling.
No, sir.
They're not bothering anybody.
No, but what if you're sleeping and then they crawl in your mouth or up your nose or in your ear? That's my irrational feeling. That's why all insects need to be either murdered or rehomed outside, because I can't have them inside, because when I'm sleeping, they're probably crawling in all my things.
They're not going to be crawling in all your things.
They're probably crawling in my
And
things.
they are getting rid of the nasty little bugs that you don't want in your house. So
Don't care. If I see
anyways,
those, I'll get rid of those too.
I have
can't.
matured in my thinking about spiders, and so now when I see spiders, and especially like this time of year, we have a big wolf spider, and that builds a huge web on the side of our house, and I love seeing it as it constructs it and builds it and everything. So,
but it's outside, right?
Well, that one's
outside.
Yeah, I mean that one's outside.
They can stay outside. It's fine if you're outside. I just don't need you inside, because then I can't sleep.
Yeah, Allie says absolutely petrified of clowns. Won't even take my kids to the circus. It's kind of stupid.
Okay. Well, no, a lot of people are afraid of clowns because they've made clowns scary in horror movies.
Man,
sure.
Ashley says I have a fear of shipwrecks underwater. Just like looking at them. I think I was a pirate in the past life. Yeah, okay, I get that. That kind of goes along with my fear of being on a sinking boat.
Yes.
But
Tony from St. Matthew says, I'm with you, Ben. If I can't see land, I'm not going. Yeah, same.
I know.
Yeah, same. Like, I need to be at a resort on the land, being able to do whatever, go where I need to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I'm also probably would get seasick. I don't need that either.
Penelope says, my irrational fear, there's something living under my bed.
I
refuse to turn the bedroom light off at night. My poor husband has to do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Samantha,
and then you have to jump in and out of bed, right? Yes.
Samantha
monsters.
says, snake being in the toilet when I'm using it and biting my lady parts. But again, it's like you see the internet and you see people that have snakes crawl up in under the tank,
Yes. Oh, gosh, Amanda, the ceiling fan coming off and hitting me. Don't know why. It's never happened, but I sleep with the ceiling fan over my bed on, and I always wonder what would happen. Same. I kind of feel like that would be awful.
Like if that just falls and then it just doesn't turn off.
What? Yes, while it's spinning. It's just going to spin off.
It spins off
the ceiling.
And it continues to spin at such velocity without electricity being.
Yes.
Yeah, it chops you up. All right.
Yes, exactly.
I got it.
Right.
All right. These are funny. Y'all are funny.
Candace, just the idea of being so small in open water, it terrifies me.
Yeah. See, I'm telling you.
Also, I do not like knowing there are things underwater. Like when I'm in a lake and getting back in the boat, the propeller terrifies me. What if the driver doesn't see me and turns on the motor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a horrible way to go.
All right. This is fun. If you got one, 502-795-1997. Maybe we can take some more of these a little bit later in the show. But yeah, good stuff. Irrational fears. Sometimes it's fun just to kind of go over them, just to say, all right, you know what? Yes, you're right. That is irrational. It's not going to happen. It's fine.
There are many more. We're going to come back.